How you going? It's a nice rainy day here on the East Coast, and I figured today would be a great day to open two more of these poster boxes that I happened to find for a pretty nice deal. Now, I'm gonna try to keep this video a little bit shorter than the other ones just so we can get through them and you can see the cards that we've pulled. I went ahead and just removed these and cut out that part of the video so you didn't have to watch that for the third time. But we end up with 6 gorgeous packs, and we're gonna open these up in hopes that we find either cards that we're missing from our collection or that illustrated Charizard that I so badly want. Also today we have Bluey joining us. She'll be overwatching this entire process and hopefully giving us some good vibes and a little bit of good luck. I'm just checking here to see if there's any cards that are poking up. Want to make sure that we don't end up nicking anything or damaging a card by mistake, of course. So we're just going to go ahead and carefully peel this open, as always. I love how it looks like Bluey is just so intently watching this process. I should give her a card after this. So we start with our Ghastly, Paris, the Voltorb, Krabby, Tauros, a Kadabra, Ivysaur, I do love Ivysaur, a Holographic Protective Goggles, another Kadabra but hollow, and a Mewtwo. Now this is the second Mewtwo that we've gotten. I'm not going to complain about that. Mewtwo is definitely one of my favorites. We're just going to go ahead and put them here so that we can sleeve them up a little bit later. We'll move on to the next pack and just check and see if there's any cards poking up. This is really important. I have definitely come across these packs where cards are poking up, and if you were to cut them open, you would just damage a card, and there's no telling what card that you damage. Better safe than sorry. Let's get this wrapper out of the way. Throw this code card to the side. And we start off with a Machop, a Porygon, an Electabuzz, a Rhyhorn, a Dragonair. This is the first Dragonair that I've pulled. A Seadra, a Kabuto, a Moltres, wonderful legendary bird, a Tangela, and a Jolteon, LB. I have not pulled any of the evolutions yet, and this is very, very nice to get. I'm sincerely hoping at some point I can get both a Vaporeon and a Flareon to add to the collection. When I was a kid, I absolutely loved Vaporeon from the evolutions, because everyone had to have a favorite of the 3, you know? By default, Eevee was cool, but you had to have a favorite of the 3. And, yeah, I always went with Vaporeon, but Jolteon has always been very, very cool to me. I'll also go ahead and sleeve up this Moltres. I know right now they're not considered very valuable, but you never know. 5 years in the future, it could be. So we'll go ahead and check this pack. If everything feels okay, we'll just start cutting the top off of it so we can have an easier time opening it. Here we go. We unleash these cards from their foil prison. And we get the Ekans. I love this Ekans. It just looks like he's hollering. Like that meme, you know, with the guy behind the mountains. A Cubone. And I'm fighting some lighting here. A Vulpix. Love the art. Magnemite. Primate. We have a Fearow. An Onyx. Golduck. Shiny. A shiny Slowbro. And a Jinx. I have not pulled this Jinx yet, so this is really good for me. I have a binder arriving tomorrow, a brand new binder. And I'm going to have so much fun setting down and putting these cards in the binder in order, and just hoping that over time I can fill out the rest of my collection. I may have lost my collection when I was a kid, but now that I'm an adult, I won't lose this one. Here we go, she's all nice and sleeved up. I'll put her down there. I put them close to the sharks because I know the sharks will keep them safe. We'll move on to our next pack. Carefully take the top off. The sleeve and this code card out of the way. Soup. Alright, so we have ourselves a Rhyhorn, a Magikarp, an Oddish, a Mankey, a Golbat, Leftovers, Yum, a Persian, do really like this card, a Coughing, holographic, a Poliwag, holographic, it's very cool, and a Raichu. This is our second Raichu, I believe. I think we pulled our first Raichu in yesterday's video. It's not like we have too many videos, but you know, there's a whole lot of cards and it's easy to lose track. But now we have a couple of these. Once I have this collection filled out, I plan on doing small giveaways with my community, and the duplicates will go towards that. This one feels fine, so we'll go ahead and cut this. We're hoping for some last 2-pack magic here. I can't tell you how excited I would be if I pulled that special Charizard. Or honestly, even the Venusaur or the Blastoise. We have a Rhyhorn and a Magikarp in this pack. Oddish. Mankey. Inkler. Snorlax. Wonderful art. Sandslash. Now I do think this is our first Sandslash. A Dugong, Gong. A Lickitung, holographic. I also believe this is our first Lickitung, and I cannot get the camera to focus. Like at all, it is struggling so hard. So we just go to the next card, and it's a Raichu. So we've gotten 2 Raichu back to back. That one I'll foil a little bit later. I'm running really low on my clear foil, or clear sleeves, rather. So I'm saving these last 2 sleeves that I have. This one I'm checking because it feels like one of the cards has been pushed up a little bit, so it doesn't feel safe to cut. So I have to use my Teefies again and try to get this pack opened very carefully. I don't want to risk cutting a card, because in my luck I would cut the most expensive card in the set by mistake and I would be heartbroken. And just look in there, nothing's damaged, everything looks okay. It ended up being the code card that was riding up a little higher than the rest of them. So we'll get that out of the way. So we have a Tentacool, very cruel. A Rattata-tat-tat-tata. The Squirtle. The art on this is so good. A non-holographic Lickitung. A Tentacruel, very cool. They both go together. A Hitmonlee. A Wartortle. So we have a Squirtle and a Wartortle. Magnemite. And a Nidorina. Holographic. That's the first we've gotten. Oh, and we have the Extended Art Zapdos. What a great card to pull. That goes along with our illustration Zapdos, so we've now pulled the 2 special Zapdos. We just haven't pulled the base Zapdos. So we'll go ahead and get these sleeved up. That way I can lay them out here. We'll do a quick scan over so you can see what we pulled today from 6 packs, including the Mewtwo. We're not gonna forget the Mewtwo. So here you go. This is today's pulls. We'll do 2 more packs tomorrow. But I'm pretty happy with what we've gotten. We've gotten a lot of things for our collection. So say goodbye to Bluey. Have a good night. She wishes you well.